What's up, everybody? Mr. Miller here, hitting it with number 63 in the Essential Elements book number 1. 63 is called New Directions, and some of you may have a new note, and we should go over the fingering for this new note before we get into the song. So if you are a saxophone player, your new note is going to be D, and how you finger D is it's the low D. We already know what the high D is. It's almost the exact same thing as high D, except we don't use the octave key. If you're a clarinet player, we haven't done this fingering before, but your low note is going to be on top, 1, 2, 3, on bottom, 1, 2, 3. And it's going to sound something like this. Clarinets especially, if your note isn't popping out very well, it's often because your hand is small and we're not quite covering the holes all the way. So if you're squeaking at home, that is perfectly fine for right now. Often I find that it is my third finger on my keys that is never quite fully covering up all the way. So if you're squeaking on those notes, it's no big deal, but just make sure that you are getting the right fingerings and that you are getting the right rhythms. If I didn't go over your new note, just make sure you go to the beginning of the song and you check your fingerings for this song, because you might have a new note. Looking at number 63, we just need to make sure that when we go to the 1, 2, 3, 4th measure, we have a dotted half note. And we need to make sure when we get to that note that we tap our toes 3 times. Regular half note is just 2 beats, but since this one has a dot on it, it makes it 3 beats long. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to play it once slowly, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to play it once at a regular tempo for you. So here's number 63. Here we go. 1. Play along with me. 1, 2, here we go. So if you were playing through this song, and I often find this, if you don't know what the second note of the song is, you learned the second note of the song in number 49. So if you need to go backwards to review that fingering, I would check out number 49. Other than that, I think we should know all the other notes in the rhythm. So why don't I play it at a medium fast tempo? See if you can keep up. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Yep, make sure you start every note with a t. You're articulating every note. Hit the breath mark in the middle. And if you're finding yourself struggling to hit those low notes, often I find that dropping my jaw a little bit and pushing air is going to help those low notes pop out. Clarinets, you're really going to need to hold those fingers down pretty tight to get that low G. Other than that, I wish you the best, and this was number 63.